Injuries to the goalkeepers. 3 are out, while Joe Bursick, who has been playing recently, is cup-tied. So Andy Lonergan, who was part of Liverpool's title-winning squad last season, makes his Stoke debut. His last game was for Rochdale against Scunthorpe 2019. Stoke have started with 3 centre-backs 9 times this season. They are part of a back 5 here tonight. It's a big night for Tashan Oakley-Booth, who goes up against the club he left in January. He played just the 1 time for Tottenham. Nick Powell is amongst the... Well, Jose Mourinho makes 7 changes to the team, beaten by Leicester at the weekend. Dele Alli gets his chance to shine, playing just behind Harry Kane, who scored 9 goals in his last 5 games against Stoke. Gareth Bale starts as he looks to make an impact second time around at Spurs. He's made an impact here in the past. Harry Winks looks to prove he deserves more game time in the Premier League. Heung Min Son is amongst Tottenham's backup tonight. First time in charge. He's cracked over the top from Højbjerg. Oh, it's under Jose Mourinho. This will be a test tonight to try and keep out Tottenham. It's Harry Kane on the move, and Lonergan does keep him out.
Oh, he's done well already tonight. We anticipated the pullback here. Lovely little touch by Gareth Bale. Doherty arrives, it's run down the side by Harry Kane. He just smashes it right across goal. His body's back. There's no guarantee the cutback would have worked.
Was on the verge of leaving Stoke for compensation. Rangers and Celtic were both linked with him until there was one training session taken by Billy McKinley, the assistant manager here, and they said he was the best finisher at the club, so they gave him a new deal. Harry Winks with that ball over the top, flick header, and that is beautiful from Gareth Bale. He writes another chapter in his love story with Tottenham Hotspur. Great ball over the top, and the finish was perfect.
Well, the onus has been balls in the box. Then there was a bit more patience and probing to the play. If any type of cross was going to cause an issue for Stoke City, it had to be one with decent trajectory or a cutback. Whipped into an area, the marking is short, and he just guides it, uses all his experience, so good in the air, generates the power, his pass, the stretching.
Fox keeping an eye on Dyer. And a tiptoe around the back. Lonergan looked lost. Still got away with it.
Oh, it's a dangerous ball posed by Eric Dyer, just to drag a few bodies. It's Dele Alli, the far post, closely marshalled by Nathan Collins.
Nathan Collins runs into trouble, and now he's out of position, and this is Harry Kane bearing down on the Stoke City penalty area. Lucas Moura tiptoeing forward, trying to get in behind Tommy Smith. And he's picked out Dele Alli, and Ali's gone for it, and Lonergan again comes up with the answer.
Oh, it's a nice diag from Gareth Bale all the way across to Lucas Moura. He just nods it back to Dele Alli. I've expected him to just slide Harry Kane in, but he elects to take the shot on. It's always curling towards Andy Lonergan. That's one he should be making, nonetheless.
It's always going to be a tough ask, but they're beginning to break cover now and make their presence felt, and that ball goes into Thompson, and they have made their presence felt. Fired home by Jordan Thompson, and Stoke City announced their arrival in this cup semi-final.
Well, as dominant as it was in the first half and comfortable for Tottenham Hotspur, Jose Mourinho's men, we've seen a change in attitude from Stoke City right from the off in the second half. They've been far more aggressive. They have disrupted Tottenham Hotspur. They've looked to cause problems by running forward, by having that ability to ask real questions. Good ball in towards the far post, and it's a really good run off the back from Jordan Thompson. Brown with the ball right across, in between Lloris and Matt Doherty. As it bounces up, he controls the finish into the ground and past Hugo.
There's Doherty. Winks looking at the ball over the top again. It's dropped all the way through to Dele Alli, who was matched stride for stride by Collins.
Yeah, and it needed to be. good ball by Harry Winks.
Smith with the cross, and Fletcher's header over the top.
Just become a little bit ragged defensively. Spurs don't have to do much defending at all in the first half, obviously. In the second half, just a few gaps. I'm sure Jose Mourinho won't be too content. We look at two red and white shirts there, in and around Eric Dyer. Fletcher making the run down the side of Danny Bad, very nearly picked out by Matt Doherty.
Shot cracked in, it's brilliant from Davis. No stopping that. This is a place many top teams fear to tread, but Spurs have put their foot down. They won't be pushed around tonight. Then Davis took aim, he fired, he scored.
Well, he made the double substitution. They just started to get a bit of a grip back on the game, establish more possession, ask a couple of questions. Little ball around the corner from Winks, doesn't really work out. They're in good positions to pick it up. Comes to Ben Davis. His first touch is good. Sets himself. And he just strikes it. Really sweet. Slick surface. Weighs it up. Uses Nathan Collins as a little wall. Slightly unsided, but it's right in the corner. Past Andy Lonergan.
Wonderful
ball into Stephen Fletcher, then the awareness just to keep it simple.
Harry Kane setting his sights. 9 in 9 against Stoke City, Harry Kane.
He's got his hands on his head, it must have been close. Some standards at feet from Nathan Collins.
This is Harry Kane closing in. You know the rest. We are in the presence of goal-scoring royalty, goal-scoring greatness. He is a phenomenon, is Harry Kane. And that should seal Tottenham's place in the last 4 of the Carabao Cup.
Well, you just cannot give away cheap possession in your own half against Tottenham Hotspur. If you're not set behind the ball, if you leave gaps, they will punish you. Nathan Collins steps out into Jordan Thompson, just rolls up foot, and it's the first time ball, that's the key, into Harry Kane. And then he's got all the know-how, all the nous in the world to know where he needs to take the ball, how much time he has, and how he's going to finish it. It's that extra touch that takes it past Suter, takes him out of the equation.
Fire back in his belly. Fletcher making room. Getting his head on it, but couldn't direct it on target.
Oh, it's a chance. It really is. By his standards, the type of delivery he's lived off. Loves pulling towards the back post. Once he gets there, yes, Harry Kane puts him off ever so slightly. I still think he'd be really disappointed. Eases him out. He just doesn't make the connection he needs.